What's happening, y'all? Rich Sosa coming back at you with another video today. And before we get started, I gotta say thank God King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see, man, I need you to comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I'll definitely be sure to get back to you with a response. So with this build today, bro, we get the comparisons of the GOAT, Michael Jordan, and this is going to be called the Balanced Offensive 2 Guard. Now, this is a very special rare build, and it's very unique with how you have to make it. So with this one, bro, we actually do get the upgraded passing styles, and most of them at that. On top of that, we get the best layup styles, pro contact dunks, the standing dunk packages, a good amount of the jump shots with limitless range, and on top of that, bro, now we also do have the potential to reach a 99 plus put towards our steal, dunk, and pass accuracy if you take into account boost and takeover. So all around, I think this is probably one of my favorite builds that I've been able to bring to y'all. So I truly just want to say thank every single one of you. I see you in the comments going crazy, and you know, I just truly want you to know that I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. And you know, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. Now from here, man, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of this build. So the first thing we gotta make sure of is that we put this build right-handed, man, the number 23 for the GOAT. And then as far as when it comes towards the actual position, man, this is gonna matter the most. So we're gonna go with the shooting guard position today. As for that height, we're gonna go with 6'6". As for that weight, let's go with 235, and then once we get into that wingspan, make sure you go ahead and put this all the way up to 7'2", bro. Now, these numbers are going to be perfect to move forward, and I promise you, I definitely got you alright with this build today. So, as far as when it comes towards the physicals, these are going to be the absolute most important area on this build today. So, for that vertical, let's go ahead and put this all the way up to an 80. Now, once we go ahead and get into that strength, I'm going to put this up to a 79. Once we go ahead and get into the actual agility, this is going to be important as well. Let's go with a 78. And then once we get to the actual speed today, let's go ahead and put this max at a 76. So, you know, pretty balanced as far as when it comes towards these physicals, but these are going to be the numbers perfect to maintain, you know, badges, animations, everything moving forward on throughout this build. So, you know, feel free to make any type of changes and adjustments after we create the build together. But I think truly this is the absolute best version of this build that you can make. So for that defensive rebound, let's go ahead and put this up to a 70. Once you go ahead and get into that offensive, I'm going to leave this at a 40. Now, once we get into that block, make sure you go with a 68 here. And then as for when it comes towards the actual steal today, I'm going to go all the way up to a 90. Now, for the actual perimeter defense, this is really optional. You know, to be more well-rounded today, I gotta leave this at a 65, but I promise you it's really gonna make for it down the road. So for the interior, this may be surprising. Now we're gonna have this at an 85, and that will get you gold off-ball pass. You also get silver post lockdown. So all around for the defensive side, pretty special. Now as far as when it comes towards the actual finishing on this build today, make sure you go ahead and put that close shot all the way up to a 75. And then for the actual driving layup today, I'm going to go with an 85. Now, when it comes towards this build overall for the finishing, I think this is probably going to be its strongest area. So for that driving dunk, make sure you go all the way up to an 89. And then once we get into that standing dunk, I'm going to go up to a 72. Now for the actual post control, make sure you go with an 80. And essentially this is what we will be able to do with the finishing. So now for the actual shooting today on the mid-range shot, let's go with an 80. And then for that three-pointer, I'm going to put this all the way up to an 83. And that will allow us to get the most important badge today on this build, limitless range. Now, when it comes towards that free throw, let's go with a 79. And essentially for the offensive side and the scoring, this is what we're going to be able to do. Now, as we get to the pass accuracy, make sure you go all the way up to an 85 here. As we get into the actual ball handle, let's go with an 80. And then for that speed with ball, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 75, and this is what we're going to be looking like once you get this build maxed out to 99 overall. So really special if you take into account adding cap breakers, you know, your takeovers, fine boosts. I think this is a really well-rounded, and truly it looks overpowered, bro. It has a little bit of everything. So as far as when it comes towards the actual badges, let's go ahead and start with the Hall of Fame. So as you can see, we actually do get Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard. Now, I think this build truly does replicate Michael Jordan the best. And, you know, all around, the finishing is probably, you know, the most special thing about today's build. On top of that, the offense as a whole, but we can pretty much lock up a lot of people with this build because of this high steal. Now, when it comes towards the actual gold badges, we get off-ball pass. You also get post-fade phenom, dimer, interceptor is special, and then we also get strong handle. So, not too bad when it comes towards this area. I think it's all around one of the best from being a two-way perspective. Now on top of that, for the silver badges, you get unpluckable. From there we get posterizer, set shot specialist, physical finisher. You also get lightning launch with glove. Then from here on the other side, you know, we get box out beast, break starter. You get float game, hook specialist. Now we also get layup mixer, post lockdown, slippery off ball, and on top of that, bro, post powerhouse. So not only can you be a threat just from the post scoring perspective, but all around, bro, like, this can be a slasher, a shooter, you know, the main point guard for your team, and honestly one of the better on-ball defenders, and especially down low, bro. So for the bronze badges, we also get rise up. You also get half-life denier here, immovable enforcer with paint prodigy. Now we get versatile visionary with rebound chaser, shifty shooter, limitless range, of course, and then we also get angle assassin with bailout, handles for days, and then the final one will be Deadeye. So all around, man, I think this build has everything and more needed that, you know, you can possibly want. You get the contact dunks, not to mention, you know, the best layup styles, the better passing styles as well, bro. Like, you want everything 80 and above for those passing styles. You also get the pro dribble animations, the high steal, bro. Like, this is a really complete build. Now we're not done just yet. We also got these takeovers. So as you can see, man, we probably get about, I would say, 20 of them. Now, starting from here, we get the general. You also get swiper. You know, on top of that, we get splash tower, orchestrator, maybe maestro, bro. So we do have the potential with boost to get a 99 when it comes towards that mid-range shot. Now, we also get layup guru. So imagine playing like Mike, bro, with a plus 15 put towards that driving layup. That's easily, with boost, going to be at least a plus 104. Now, we also get finesse. From here, you also get drive and dash, bucket, above the rim with attacking. Now we get Dr. Duncanstein, driver, finisher, make it rain, offensive artist, slice, spot up shooter, the claw, bro. Like, even adding on the claw towards this build, bro, I think having a 105 put towards the steal, man, like, that's going to be one of the most toxic on-ball defenders that you can possibly face, bro. Like, this build has a lot of options to go with, whether you're playing offense or defense, and I think truly this build can, you know, be a really good threat and find success in almost any game mode, bro. Especially the vibes. Like, you can really find success with this build, I'm gonna say, in the rack, bro, because it can do just about everything and anything, and I think this is a really great teammate to have on your build. So just something to think about. However, for these takeovers, bro, the best ones in my opinion, I've already named them. I would either go with the claw. You can also pick splash tower, maybe maestro, layup guru. It all comes down to your own personal preference and play style. You know, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this build. Is there anything that you potentially would do to change, or, you know, even make this build a little bit better? But I think we're complete from top to bottom, especially with being able to get a rare build name. That makes it all the better. So let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that everybody made this build correctly. And as you can see, we get that #1 comparison of Michael Jordan, Donovan Mitchell, and Herbert Jones, bro. And at that number 23 spot, we have created the rare and first balanced offensive 2-guard, bro. So if you made it to the very end, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. God bless every single one of you, man. You know, I truly appreciate the Rich family showing out every single day, seeing y'all in the comments, bro. And I see those builds that y'all have been making. So if you have the attributes and the details for any build that you comment on, bro, let me know, and I'll be sure to, you know, go ahead and recreate them and show y'all, you know, different ways that you can go about it as well, and possibly even review it. So, you know, once again, thank every one of you for your support. I cannot express how thankful I am. God bless every single one of you, and more so than anything, man, thank the Lord above, King Jesus, for another day and another opportunity. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. You know, let me know what kind of rare builds y'all have made this year, and I'll definitely be sure to reach back to you. And before we get out of here, With all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.